Although my shows were well applauded, no one caught the details of my sequined silk skirts, Swarovski crystal and glass beaded costumes, makeup and jewelry like the women in the room, who scanned me from pedicure to manicure. In the early 80s, it was quite rare to meet a professional belly dancer. When they'd talk to me between sets, they wanted to know many things, like if I had a day job. I'd say, no, this is it, and they'd usually giggle and laugh nervously at how lively my livelihood really was. They'd ask if I was embarrassed to be moving so sexy like that and what I was wearing. They wondered where belly dance was from. So I'd share what I knew from research at libraries, 5 weeks in Egypt, art books, magazines, anything and anywhere I could find it, and was always an enthusiastic ambassador for Arabic music and dance, art and culture. They often asked me how long it took me to learn and if the moves required a particular body type or if it made your belly big, which I've never had any idea where they got that impression. Yet thanks to my background in kinesiology, I had lots to say on physical benefits for core, spine, and pelvic floor. Many women also wanted to say how much they loved my beautiful costumes, and some asked where they could get them. After I explained they were handmade in Egypt like others I'd designed and had made here and in India and Brazil, they sometimes tried to buy what I was wearing. I'd tell them no, as I stood there in $500 to $1,000 worth of costuming and that I couldn't replace it. I described how they were custom fitted perfectly and took so long for the countless beads, jewels, and handmade fringe to complete the designs. No boutique had anything close for a glamorous entrance at a chic event. Occasionally a pushy and probably somewhat drunk woman wanted to know if I'd rent her a costume, which naturally happened more often before Halloween. Like a musician's relationship with their instruments or a painter's advantage with favorite brushes, my costumes were my intimate allies. From the trusty goes-with-every-color workhorse to the big stage showstopper, each one lived in its own soft cloth bag and was handled with care, always put away next morning when dry and repaired as needed. Yes, of course, I did name each one and had chosen them intentionally knowing they made me money because the visual is essential for success in performing arts and entertainment. When approaching couples at their tables, I'd make eye contact with each woman first, not her man, even if he had money in his hands. It was important to me to convey my respect for her, woman to woman. I hoped they'd be delighted and in no way threatened by whatever the archetype of the belly dancer meant to them then, before everyone's aunt, cousin, sister, mother, or grandmother had belly danced at some point. I mean back when it was still wrapped in the perfume of erotic feminine mystique with a hint of questionable character. I was dancing to vicariously excite, inspire, and ignite an elevated impression with a sense of feminine empowerment through authentic feeling and beautiful, elegant freedom of movement. To me, their responses appeared to range from envious to judging conservative to beaming fan. No matter how slight or intense my bejeweled presence might have been in their eyes, my intention was simply to entertain, delight, and evoke the erotic sentiment amidst the feasting for a mesmerizing and memorable night at the Dar Maghreb. Through the years, certain women were enthused about learning and attracted to my classes. Some dropped out after a few weeks when they realized the degree of difficulty and amount of dedicated training involved. Others stayed for the muscle tone coordination and sensuously fascinating moves. Several continued to train and perform, plus offer classes too, reaching a far larger area with greater opportunity for women eager to gain the many, many benefits of belly dance. They are my dance daughters and now have their own dance daughters. It is most fulfilling to see this dance passing through our generations, woman to woman now, as it has always been.